So there's this art form. It seems new, but it's part of an old art form in Japan. It's Japanese, where the sword bearer or the person, I don't know if it's called a sword bearer or what, but the person wielding the sword in this style, this technique, not technique, but style, has no place for a woman in his heart, and it makes him very lethal. It's very interesting to me because I feel as if I too, through the years, the last 10 years or so, I have no place for a woman in my heart either. Now, I'm not Japanese and I don't know this particular style, although perhaps I do, but it's a different form of the style. uh, yeah, I found it interesting because I too don't have much of a place for a woman in my heart. For various reasons, but I just don't. Everybody I knew growing up, every one of my friends who weren't really good friends to me, they all got married, but none of them have had children except for one. And I've had sex plenty of times, but at least in the last 10 years or so, at least maybe not plenty of times, but I mean, quite a few times. Whatever. And I really, I don't know. After a while, it's just realizing that no woman really wants to be with you. They just want you either for sex or they don't want you at all. Some guys might call that fortunate, but I I don't think so. In fact, sometimes I think it would have been better to remain sexless, but without a woman. But now I can say that I really don't have room for one in my heart. Part of me thinks that should be sad, but it's not. It makes you very powerful. Makes you unemotional, or less emotional. Yeah, but I'm 30 years old. Let me think. I don't know how many women I've had sex with. Six, 20. I don't know. A lot. The 2010s were kind of like that, Like I never really. There was a lot of partying going on in the 2010s, and I never really participated in any of the partying. But I would meet women online, invite them over, have sex with them, maybe even date them or hang out with them for a while. And I was just constantly looking for women, just constantly. I did that until until I was 29. Really, I just until last year, and this whole year I haven't searched for a woman or anything. So I guess I'm new to this style or whatever, you know, if I know any. I don't know. I also got into a fight with 6 people. I knocked them out 3 years ago. And so there wasn't a place for a woman in my heart then either, and there isn't now. As you can see, I'm pretty big and muscular. I'm a little fat too right now. I have a little bit of fat, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, the Japanese style that guy has, who I mentioned earlier, who has no room for a woman in his heart. He's very fast with a sword, and he can throw like pencils and other any kind of, not just pencils but like sharp knives, any kind of object into a target or whatever he needs to throw it into, you know. Uh, and he can stop arrows with his sword. And me, I'm not Japanese, so I'm not that fast or anything. Like if you go by race, the Japanese are very fast race compared to like whites. Uh, I'm I'm a white basically. I don't know. I might have a little bit of Asian in me. Not really sure. If you trace it back far enough, I'm sure I do, but I'm not sure from which part of Asia. Uh, I thought Okinawan for a while, and then I also thought Eurasia for a while. Uh, Probably Eurasia. I'm not really sure, but I'm not really that fast. Kind of. I can be fast. I can be pretty fast, but uh, more than anything, I'm just strong. I can bench 410 pounds, uh, and I'm 5'7.5". So I'm very powerful physically. And a lot of that's just the Neanderthal DNA that I have. People say Neanderthals were stupid and that all they did was use brute strength, but there's a lot of utility. I mean, if you think about it, to do anything, you need to have strength. Uh, so strength is important. But anyway, yeah, I can bench like 410 pounds, you know, and I can pick up like I don't know, like if you needed me to pick up a mug made of cast iron steel, which I saw some people do on a YouTube video. If you had needed me to do that with one hand, I could probably do that. Just all I have is this tin cup right now. It's just real sort of heavy-ish, but lightweight tin cup. But yeah, here, I don't know. I'm very powerful. There's my arm. God, I wish I wasn't so fat right now, but it's just part of the process of losing weight now, I suppose. Now, am I opposed to dating a woman? Somewhat, yeah. I actually am somewhat. I really don't have much room in my heart for a woman, as I've said. Am I opposed to dating a woman? I don't know. If I met the right one, I could maybe date one. I don't know. I only say that because I assume that there is one or two or something out there who would be all right to date. But I went through this in one of my other videos where I just stated that women are typically, because of the 2010 party era, and even now, there's even like a lot of like promiscuity in America. And I'm not perfect. I indulged in overeating for a long time. That's why I'm overweight now. But there's a lot of sins that happen in America. Not just America though, too, but everywhere. We're men. We're men and we're women. We're people. I don't know. It's just, yeah. But whatever that style is where you don't have a heart for a woman, or even a heart for a man, I don't mean that in a gay way, I just mean like in a brotherly way. I can't say I have no heart for like brotherly. I don't know. I'm very brotherly towards people, you know. But I find that most other people aren't that way towards me. I always try to make a connection with people. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I do, but it's just whatever. So I don't know what's going to happen after this next election. I'm assuming that some people are going to say Kamala won, and some people are going to say Trump won. I'm probably just going to try to ignore it and try to pay attention to the wars that are happening, I suppose, like across the sea, across the ocean. I probably won't even pay attention to that. I'll just wait for something to happen. I don't know. Wait for the nukes to go off, or for a war to break loose, or something. I don't know what else to do. I don't know. I have disability income, so I'm just waiting. And I'm going back to work in November, maybe, probably, as long as they get me a job. I'm going to a job agency. Yeah, this is my life, man. I don't know. I don't look great from that angle. Here, I look a little bit better from like above me down. This I look like. Yeah, you can see the fat on under my chin. Probably where I'm sleeping tonight. Anyway, I better go. See you later.